Hi students, in this session we discuss about the industries. Secondary activities or manufacturing change raw materials into products of more value to people. As you have seen, pulp was changed into paper and paper into a notebook. These represent the two stages of the manufacturing process. The paper made from pulp and cloth made from cotton have had value added to them at each stage of the manufacturing process. In this way, the finished product has more value and utility than the raw material that it is made from. What is an industry? Industry refers to an economic activity that is concerned with the production of goods, extraction of minerals, or the provision of services. Thus, we have iron and steel industry concerned with the production of goods, coal mining industry concerned the extraction of coal, and tourism industry concerned the service provider. Industries can be classified on the basis of raw materials, size and ownership. Classification of industries. Industries can be classified on the basis of raw materials, size and ownership. Raw materials. On the basis of raw materials, industries classified into agro-based industries, mineral-based industries, marine-based industries and forest-based industries. Industries may be agro-based, mineral-based, marine-based and forest-based depending on the type of raw materials they use. Agro-based industries use plant and animal-based products as their raw materials. Food processing, vegetable oil, cotton textile, dairy products and leather industries are examples of agro-based industries. Mineral-based industries are primary industries that use mineral ores as their raw materials. The products of these industries feed other industries. Iron made from iron ore is the product of mineral-based industry. This is used as raw material for the manufacture of a number of other products such as heavy machinery, building materials and railway coaches. Marine-based industries use products from the sea and oceans as raw materials. Industries processing seafood or manufacturing fish oil are some examples. Forest-based industries utilize forest produce as raw materials. The industries associated with forests are pulp and paper, pharmaceuticals, furniture and buildings. Size. On the basis of size, industries classified into small scale and large scale industries. It refers to the amount of capital invested, number of people employed and the volume of production. Based on size, industries can be classified into small scale and large scale industries. Cottage or household industries are a type of small scale industry where the products are manufactured by hand by the artisans. Basket weaving, pottery and other handicrafts are examples of cottage industry. Small scale industries use lesser amount of capital and technology as compared to large scale industries that produce large volumes of products. Investment of capital is higher and the technology used is superior in large scale industries. Silk weaving and food processing industries are small scale industries. Production of automobiles and heavy machinery are large scale industries. Ownership. Industries can be classified into private sector, state owned or public sector, joint sector, and cooperative sector. Private sector industries are owned and operated by individuals or a group of individuals. Public sector industries are owned and operated by the government, such as Hindustan Aeronautics Limited and Steel Authority of India Limited. Joint sector industries are owned and operated by the state and individuals or a group of individuals. Maruti Udyog Limited is an example of joint sector industry. Cooperative sector industries are owned and operated by the producers or suppliers of raw materials, workers, or both. Anand Milk Union Limited and Sudha Dairy are a success stories of cooperative venture. What are the factors affecting the location of an industry? Factors affecting the location of industries. The factors affecting the location of industries are the availability of raw material, land, water, labor, power, capital, transport, and market. Industries are situated where some or all of these factors are easily available. Sometimes the government provides incentives like subsidized power, lower transport cost, and other infrastructure so that industries may be located in backward areas. Industrialization often leads to development and growth of towns and cities. Next, we discuss about an industrial system. Industrial system. An industrial system consists of inputs, processes, and outputs. The inputs are the raw materials, labor, and costs of land, transport, power, and other infrastructure. The processes include a wide range of activities that convert the raw material into finished products. The outputs are the end product and the income earned from it. In case of the textile industry, the inputs may be cotton, human labor, factory, and transport cost. The processes include ginning, spinning, weaving, dyeing, and printing. The output is the shirt you wear. What do you mean by industrial regions? Industrial regions. Industrial regions emerge when a number of industries locate close to each other and share the benefits of their closeness. Major industrial regions of the world are Eastern North America, Western and Central Europe, Eastern Europe and Eastern Asia. Major industrial regions tend to be located in the temperate areas near seaports and especially near coal fields. World's industrial regions shown in the figure. India has several industrial regions like Mumbai Pune cluster, Bangalore Tamil Nadu region, Hooghly region, Ahmedabad Baroda region, Chota Nagpur industrial belt, Visakhapatnam Guntur belt, Gargoon Delhi Meerut region, and the Kollam Thiruvananthapuram industrial cluster. Next, we discuss about industrial disaster and risk reduction measures. Industrial disaster. In industries, accidents, disasters mainly occur due to technical failure or irresponsible handling of hazardous material. One of the worst industrial disasters of all time occurred in Bhopal on 3rd December 1984 around half past midnight. It was a technical accident in which highly poisonous methyl isocyanate or MIC gas along with hydrogen cyanide and other reaction products leaked out of the pesticide factory of Union Carbide. The official death toll was 3,598 in 1989. Thousands who survived still suffer from one or many ailments like blindness, impaired immune system, gastrointestinal disorders, etc. In another incident on 23rd December 2005, due to gas well blowout in Gaokyo, Qinghong, China, 243 people died, 9,000 were injured, and 64,000 were evacuated. Many people died because they were unable to run after the explosion. Those who could not escape in time suffered burns to their eyes, skins, and lungs from the gas. Risk reduction measures. Densely populated residential areas should be separated far away from the industrial areas. People staying in the vicinity of industries should be aware of the storage of toxins or hazardous substances and their possible effects in case if an accident occurs. Fire warning and fighting systems should be improved. Storage capacity of toxic substances should be limited. Pollution dispersion qualities in the industry should be improved. The world's major industries are iron and steel industry, textile industry, and information technology industry. Distribution of major industries. The world's major industries are the iron and steel industry, the textile industry, and the information technology industry. The iron and steel and textile industry are the older industries, while information technology is an emerging industry. The countries in which iron and steel industry is located are Germany, USA, China, Japan and Russia. Textile industry is concentrated in India, Hong Kong, South Korea, Japan and Taiwan. The major hubs of information technology industry are the Silicon Valley of Central California and the Bangalore region of India. Emerging industries are also known as sunrise industries. These include information technology, wellness, hospitality, and knowledge. Iron and steel industry. Like other industries, iron and steel industry too comprises various inputs, processes, and outputs. This is a feeder industry whose products are used as raw material for other industries. The inputs for the industry include raw materials such as iron ore, coal, and limestone, along with labor, capital, site, and other infrastructure. The processes of converting iron ore into steel involves many stages. The raw material is put in the blast furnace where it undergoes melting. It is then refined. The output obtained is steel, which may be used by other industries as raw material. Smelting. Smelting is the process in which metals are extracted from their ores by heating beyond the smelting point. This figure shows the manufacturing of steel. Steel is tough and it can easily be shaped, cut, or made into wire. Special alloys of steel can be made by adding small amounts of other metals such as aluminum, nickel, and copper. Alloys give steel unusual hardness, toughness, or ability to resist rust. Steel is often called the backbone of modern industry. Almost everything we use is either made of iron or steel or has been made with the tools and machinery of these metals. Ships, trains, trucks, and autos are made largely of steel. Even the safety pins and the needles you use are made from steel. Oil wells are drilled with steel machinery. Steel pipelines transport oil. Minerals are mined with steel equipment. Farm machines are mostly steel. Large buildings have steel framework. Before 18,000 AD, iron and steel industry was located where raw materials, power supply and running water were easily available. Later, the ideal location for the industry was near coal fields and close to canals and railways. After 1950, iron and steel industry began to be located on large areas of flat land near seaports. This is because by this time, steel works had become very large and iron ore had to be imported from overseas. This figure shows the changing location of the iron and steel industry. In India, iron and steel industry has developed taking advantage of raw materials, cheap labor, transport and market. All the important steel producing centers such as Viii, Durgapur, Vannapur, Jamshedpur, Rourkela, Bokaro are situated in a region that spreads over 4 states: West Bengal, Jharkhand, Odisha and Chhattisgarh. Dharavati and Viii Nagar in Karnataka, Visakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh, Salem in Tamil Nadu are other important steel centers utilizing local resources. India's steel production increased from 1 million ton in 1947 to 30 million tons in 2002. This figure shows the major iron ore producing areas in the world. Tata Iron and Steel Company in Jamshedpur. Before 1947, there was only one iron and steel plant in the country, Tata Iron and Steel Company Limited or TISCO. It was privately owned. After independence, the government took the initiative and set up several iron and steel plants. TISCO was started in 1907 at Sangji, near the confluence of the rivers Subarankareka and Karaki in Jharkhand. Later on, Sangji was renamed as Jamshedpur. Geographically, Jamshedpur is the most conveniently situated iron and steel center in the country. This figure shows the location of iron and steel industry in Jamshedpur. Sangji was chosen to set up the steel plant for several reasons. This place was only 32 km away from Kalamati station on the Bengal-Nagpur railway line. It was close to the iron ore, coal and manganese deposits as well as to Kolkata, which provided a large market. TISCO gets coal from Jaria coal fields and iron ore, limestone, dolomite and manganese from Odisha and Chhattisgarh. The Karkai and Subarankareka rivers ensured sufficient water supply. Government initiatives provided adequate capital for its later development. In Jamshedpur, several other industrial plants were set up after TISCO. They produce chemicals, locomotive parts, agricultural equipment, machinery, tin plate, cable and wire. The development of the iron and steel industry opened the doors to rapid industrial development in India. Almost all sectors of the Indian industry depend heavily on the iron and steel industry for their basic infrastructure. The Indian iron and steel industry consists of large integrated steel plants as well as mini steel mills. It also includes secondary products, rolling mills and ancillary industries. Pittsburgh. It is an important steel city of the United States of America. The steel industry at Pittsburgh enjoys locational advantages. Some of the raw materials such as coal is available locally, while the iron ore comes from the iron mines at Minnesota, about 1,500 km from Pittsburgh. Between these mines and Pittsburgh is one of the world's best routes for shipping ore cheaply, the famous Great Lakes Waterway. Trains carry the ore from the Great Lakes to the Pittsburgh area. The Ohio, the Manohamela and Allegheny rivers provide adequate water supply. Today, very few of the large steel mills are in Pittsburgh itself. They are located in the valleys of the Monongahela and Allegheny rivers above Pittsburgh and along the Ohio River below it. Finished steel is transported to the market by both land and water routes. The Pittsburgh area has many factories other than steel mills. These use steel as their raw material to make many different products such as railroad equipment, heavy machinery and rails. Cotton textile industry. Weaving cloth from yarn is an ancient art. Cotton, wool, silk, jute, flax have been used for making cloth. The textile industry can be divided on the basis of raw materials used in them. Fibers are the raw material of textile industry. Fibers can be natural or man-made. Natural fibers are obtained from wool, silk, cotton, linen and jute. Man-made fibers include nylon, polyester, acrylic and rayon. The cotton textile industry is one of the oldest industries in the world. Till the Industrial Revolution in the 18th century, cotton cloth was made using hand spinning techniques or wheels and looms. In 18th century, power looms facilitated the development of cotton textile industry, first in Britain and later in other parts of the world. Today, India, China, Japan and the USA are important producers of cotton textiles. This figure shows the major cotton textile manufacturing regions in the world. India has a glorious tradition of producing excellent quality cotton textiles. Before the British rule, Indian hand-spun and hand-woven cloth already had a wide market. The muslins of Dhaka, chins of Masulipatanam, calicos of Calicut and gold-wrought cotton of Bandapur Surat and Vadodara were known worldwide for their quality and design, but the production of hand-woven cotton textile was expensive and time-consuming. Hence, traditional cotton textile industry could not face with the competition from the new textile mills of the West, which produced cheap and good quality fabrics through mechanized industrial units. The first successful mechanized textile mill was established in Mumbai in 1854. The warm, moist climate, a port for importing machinery, availability of raw material and skilled labor resulted in rapid expansion of the industry in the region. Initially, this industry flourished in the states of Maharashtra and Gujarat because of favorable humid climate. But today, humidity can be created artificially and raw cotton is a pure and not weight-losing raw material, so this industry has spread to other parts of India. Coimbatore, Kanpur, Chennai, Ahmedabad, Mumbai, Kolkata, Ludhiana, Puducherry and Panipat are some of the other important centers. The first textile mill in the country was established at Fort Gloucester near Kolkata in 1818, but it closed down after some time. About one-third of the Indian textile industry's total production is exported. Ahmedabad. It is located in Gujarat on the banks of the Sabarmati River. The first mill was established in 1859. It soon became the second largest textile city of India after Mumbai. Ahmedabad was therefore often referred to as the Manchester of India. Favorable locational factors were responsible for the development of the textile industry in Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad is situated very close to the cotton growing area. This ensures easy availability of raw material. The climate is ideal for spinning and weaving. The flat terrain and easy availability of land is suitable for the establishment of the mills. The densely populated states of Gujarat and Maharashtra provide both skilled and semi-skilled labor. Well-developed road and railway network permits easy transportation of textiles to different parts of the country, thus providing easy access to the market. Mumbai port nearby facilitates import of machinery and export of cotton textiles. But in the recent years, Ahmedabad textile mills have been having some problems. Several textile mills have closed down. This is primarily due to the emergence of new textile centers in the country as well as non-upgradation of machines and technology in the mills of Ahmedabad. Osaka. It is an important textile center of Japan, also known as the Manchester of Japan. The textile industry developed in Osaka due to several geographical factors. The extensive plain around Osaka ensured that land was easily available for the growth of cotton mills. Warm humid climate is well suited to spinning and weaving. The river Yodo provides sufficient water for the mills. Labor is easily available. Location of port facilities, import of raw cotton and for exporting textiles. The textile industry at Osaka depends completely upon imported raw materials. Cotton is imported from Egypt, India, China and USA. The finished product is mostly exported and has a good market due to good quality and low price. Though it is one of the important textile cities in the country, of late The cotton textile industry of Osaka has been replaced by other industries such as iron and steel, machinery, shipbuilding, automobiles, electrical equipment, and cement. Information technology or IT. The information technology industry deals in the storage, processing, and distribution of information. Today, this industry has become global. This is due to a series of technological, political, and socio-economic events. The main factors guiding the location of these industries are resource availability, cost, and infrastructure. The major hubs of the IT industry are the Silicon Valley, California, and Bangalore, India. Bangalore is located on the Deccan Plateau, from where it gets the name Silicon Plateau. The city is known for its mild climate throughout the year. Silicon Valley is a part of Santa Clara Valley located next to the Rocky Mountains of North America. The area has temperate climate with the temperatures rarely dropping below 0 degrees centigrade. The locational advantages of the Silicon Plateau, Bangalore, and Silicon Valley, California are discussed with the help of a figure. You may notice the similarities between the two cities. Locational advantages of Silicon Plateau, Bangalore. Bangalore has the largest number of educational institutions and IT colleges in India. The city was considered dust-free with low rents and low cost of living. The state government of Karnataka was the first to announce an IT policy in 1992. The city has the largest and widest availability of skilled managers with work experiences. These are the locational advantages of Silicon Plateau, Bangalore. Locational advantages of Silicon Valley, California. Close to some of the most advanced scientific and technological centers in the world. pleasant climate with an attractive and clean environment, plenty of space for development and future expansion. Located close to major roads and airports, goods access to markets and skilled workforce. These are the locational advantages of Silicon Valley, California. There are other emerging information technology hubs in metropolitan centers of India such as Mumbai, New Delhi, Hyderabad and Chennai. Other cities such as Gurgaon, Pune, Thiruvananthapuram, Kochi and Chhattisgarh are also important centers of the IT industry. However, Bangalore has always had a unique advantage as a city with the highest availability of middle and top management talent. Thank you. Thanks for watching this session.